All right, all right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to a brand new day. Wednesday, December the 6th is here. Wow, wow, wow. If you're watching this on demand, scroll forward to get to the juicy stuff. But this is the live show, The Rundown with Ramon on zoneofgenius.com. And I'm glad you're here today. Singled Out Loud is here, our first IG listener of the day. Glad you're here. Welcome. Sit back, relax. Well, don't sit back too much, relax. We want you to share the show out with others. And we're glad you're here today. Welcome to those on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. We're glad you're here. Listen, we have a brand new show today. Let's get the show started. This is the Rundown with Ramon on zoneofgenius.com, zoneofgenius.com, your place for information, insight to help you grow your business or live your best life. If you weren't here today, we wouldn't have a show. So here we go. Our show today, the Rundown with Ramon on zoneofgenius.com. Let's get ready to start. Oh, there we go. Wait to that bump on music to finish up. Hey, everybody, good morning, good morning. Hey, Free Enterprise Jones, glad you're here. This is Ramon, and this is the Rundown with Ramon on, zoneofgenius.com. I hope your day has been pleasant, has been well this Wednesday live. December the 6th, time goes on. But even if you're watching this several days or sometime after the show is, you're going to get nuggets for you too as well. If you have a question, feel free to ask your question in the question tab on Instagram. But let's get this show started. As we always start out our show, and you let me know if it's good that I start out the show that way or if I need to keep doing this or not. But I always start by introducing you to a few key principles. And number one, I challenge you to encourage you, be really, really clear on what you want. The more clear on what you want, the more clear others can be on what to give you, and the more you can be rhetorically on what you really, really want. Number two, ask yourself, do you even want to be in business? Jaffe Juice is in the house. What's up? Do you want to be in business? Number three, there's no music, there's no soundtrack in life or in business. This is not Shark Tank, which I love watching, but there's no commercial breaks. And again, those watching you live on Instagram, feel free to also check me out on YouTube at Zone of Genius, yes, or on LinkedIn or on Facebook. There's no music, there's no soundtrack. This is real life. Ask yourself, are you hungry enough to get to where you want to be? Are you willing to make the sacrifices that need to be made? Jaleel Saf is here. ALC Productions is back. Glad you're with us today. Are you hungry enough? Many of us say we're hungry enough, but really, are we? Understand the fundamentals of business never, ever change. I have a little chart up on that in our Facebook group, streaming there live now on LinkedIn and on our Zone of Genius Yes page on YouTube, Zone of Genius Yes. Check that out. Mindset for business. Would you, or who are you serving and what problem are you solving for them? Marketing and sales. There has to be a roadmap for that. What's the follow-up you're doing? What about systems and processes? Do you have that dialed in? What about the people and the team that you need to take your business forward? Your prices. Are you selling cheap to be the cheapest one in the market, as Seth Godin talks about not doing, unless you decide to do it? Or are you going premium, selling a premium service to customers appreciate and value what you have, and the product is worth it and packaged and tells the story that this deserves that pricing? Ask yourself, what do you do best? Hey, Meatloaf Circle is here. Milovest Circle is here. Glad you're here and joined us. Ask yourself, what do you do best? Hey, welcome to Net Strategy Ladies here. Again, I hope you join me in April at the Zone of Genius Conference and Awards. Zone of Genius Conference and Awards live in New York City. Zoneofgenius.com. Zoneofgenius.com awards. Glad you're here, Danette. So glad you're here for another day, Danette. So appreciate you being here on the Zone of Genius show. Definitely check out Danette Moss, the strategy lady, to help you align yourself in your business. Let's get with it. Ding, 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 ding. Just wanted to remind you all, check out zoneofgenius.com, zoneofgenius.com. If you're not signed up for our free email newsletter, you are missing out. Zoneofgenius.com. You definitely want to sign up. Hey, Schweitzer Kenneth is here. Glad you're here today. Zoneofgenius.com. Just to remind you, sign up for that free resource. Let's get with it. How to recognize what you're really, really good at. All of us can do a number of things. But I ask you to ask yourself, what do you do best? And as you're looking at Instagram, as you're here on YouTube, as you're here on LinkedIn, as you're here on Facebook, ask yourself, what do I do best? What do I do best? And what don't I do best? What do I do best? How to recognize what you're really, really, really good at. This is important. One thing I'm really, really good at is connecting with people. I call it edutainment, how I deliver the content. But I was sitting here today before I went on the show, and I was frustrated with myself. I was very frustrated with myself, how distracted I get, easily chasing this and chasing that. I can talk a good game, but even myself, I get distracted. And I was frustrated with how distracted I get. Ramon, you should be more focused. What's up, William Chilton? Always moving up in the house. So I had to sit here and get it together because I knew I had you all to serve. I knew I had you all to serve, to support, to talk to. So I had to dial it in and bring it together because I knew I had a show. So my point being is that we can all do a lot of things. But if you ask yourself that question, what are you really, really good at? And hone in on what you're really, really good at, William. Hone in on what you're really, really good at, Schultz, Kenneth. Hone in on it. How do you know what you're really, really good at? Ask, why am I not excellent at this? Ask, is it because I am excellent at something else? And ask, what would happen if I just did the thing I'm excellent at? And that's what I'm doing now. This is what I thrive at. This is what I do well, taking complex topics and delivering it to audiences. This is what I do well. Deanna Cotton is in the house. Jumpstart Better Business. If you're looking to scale your business to 100,000, you're stuck and not quite there, you definitely want to check out jumpstartbb.com. Jumpstartbb.com. Deanna Cotton's in the house. What's up, Deanna? So ask yourself, what are you really, really good at? Ding, 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 ding. Nutrition labels for healthcare AI apps. Interestingly enough, the Wall Street Journal reports that regulators want to create a nutrition label for AI apps in one of Washington's first attempts to impose safety requirements on the technology. Doctors have started using artificial intelligence tools and novel ways to communicate with patients and help make diagnosis. But now the government is wrestling with how to ensure the tools do no harm. I think it's a relatively good thing. As we're using AI for our businesses, and I'm saying do this, and I got it from AI, should I make a disclosure that, hey, AI helped me get this or not? I think it's a fair question. Ding, 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 because AI is powerful, and it's only going to be here. Inc. talks about how to start and grow your business, a step-by-step playbook for beginners. I always like these kind of articles about what it is to start your business. I've started 5 companies, sold 3 companies, authored 5 books. And there's no playbook, there's no secret sauce, but a few things that I will illustrate for you, and I'm curious what Inc. says, with how to start your business. 1, find a hobby that you enjoy. 2, make a side hustle. 3, build in public. Start a blog or a website. 4, work for free. If you're just starting out, you have to prove Prove you know what you're talking about. Number 5, build your network. Number 6, find mentors. Number 7, make an ask. Number 8, practice, practice, practice. Number 9, double down on what works. Number 10, go all in. Number 11, repurpose. Create a flywheel. I talk about this all the time, the power of having a flywheel. What's up, Don Tel Antonio and AGH Therapies in the house on IG? Glad you're here. Build products, document the process, keep learning. Don't be afraid to pivot, set boundaries. I love this. As you're just starting out, it's not easy, but there's a few things that you can do to optimize your path to success. There's a few things that you can do to ensure that you will fail. And part of it is, yes, understanding who your customers are, understanding what problem you're solving for them, understanding that all you need to start out is just a little bit to get the idea done and see who will buy from you. As Deanna says, yes, it's hard. It's not easy, but you can do it. Getting your pricing dialed in, getting your marketing dialed in. Who are your customers and where are your customers at? What is your sales process like? Even if it's a small sales process in a marketing funnel online, what does that process look like? So the path to starting a successful business is not hard. It's let me see how can I solve somebody's problem. Will they pay me to solve that pain point for them? And then how do I get them to buy again and again and again? And then how do I scale and grow that business and build systems and processes in my business? And number 1, hiring the right people that can help execute on my vision. Hiring the right people. Again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray, publisher of zoneofgenius.com. Ding, 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 my friend, Phil Gerbyshak, 50 Things I Learned by 50. I think this is a great article. Phil Gerbyshak. If you know Phil Gerbyshak, please let him know. Ramon Ray's talking about him, Gerbyshak. Phil Gerbyshak has this amazing list that I'm going to share with you right now. Love it, love it, love it, as I turned 51 over the last few days. Put your own oxygen mask on first. You can't help other people if you can't help yourself. What's up, Sam? Glad you're here. You can't. We're trying to help other people, trying to point the other finger, trying to give advice to other people, and you got problems yourself. You need to fix yourself first. Heal thyself. Then you can heal others. This doesn't mean you can't pour and give to people from a source of pain. It doesn't mean that. Deanna, you know about that. But it doesn't mean these kind of people, they got jacked up lives, jacked up marriages, mounds of debt, and you trying to tell me how to save money. You can't save money yourself. Please, please. Family matters. Dial in your family. Understand your family. Are you taking care of your family? Family is who you choose to have in your life. You always have a choice. Just get started. Write what you'd want your eulogy to say when your life is complete. Woo! Some people will believe in you before you do. Listen to them and keep them close. Yes, yes, yes. As I build new things in my world, as I build new things in my life, I keep a note of those who are believing in me, those who are part of my circle. Right now, at the very beginning, I'm keeping note. Because those are people who will be with you for the next 20 years. What a fun article. Thank you, Deanna. Phil Gerbyshak is amazing. Definitely tell him I'm talking about him, Deanna. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being here, Jeanette. If you need to wear dress clothes and you don't buy the no iron kind, outsource the ironing of them to somebody else. Like what you like and don't ever apologize for it. Be interested. Interested is greater than interesting. Okay? Value over volume. And he goes on and on and on. Point being here, interesting article. Go the extra mile. Finish what you started. Practice gratitude. Phil is on fire here, talking about 50 things I learned by 50. Woo! Love it, love it, love it. Deanna Cotton, thanks for being here. Popping with those comments, watching here on Facebook in the Zone of Genius Facebook group. We got multiple channels. YouTube, Zone of Genius, yes, LinkedIn, Facebook, or the Instagram. All right, we got a question here, a comment. Let's see here. Put this in there. Love it. Love it. William Chulson asked an amazing question. He says, how do you change the small view that people see you? People often put capabilities in a box. How can I expand the box? William, you ask a very powerful question. There are people, William, who will always limit you. People, William, who will always believe that you can't do this or that. It can be discouraging sometimes. But let me encourage you in this, William. And William, ask the question on the Instagram. You can put your questions there. I'll see it. It goes red so I can see it easily. Or if you want to do it on YouTube, if you want to do it on LinkedIn, you want to do it on Facebook. What's up, Tim Ray? How do you change that belief? William asks. You keep showing up. Every day you just keep showing up, William. You just keep showing up. You just put in the reps. You just keep being consistent. You just keep doing what you do best. You just keep pressing forward. That's how you do it, William. You just keep adding value. You just keep building trust. And eventually you'll be where you want to be. That's how you change people's worldview of you. We all make mistakes, William. We're all not exactly where we want to be. We're all a work in progress. But you keep showing up. And you keep putting in the work. That's what you do. That's what you do, William. Thank you, Danette. Thank you, Deanna. You keep showing up. Another thing, William, keep in mind, sometimes you have to change your circle. There's people who are around you, William, that will just drag you down. They're toxic for you. It doesn't mean you have to hate them. It doesn't mean you have to push them away in that respect. But you want to limit it. Limit them. When you hear about Steve Harvey, hear about Tyler Perry, hear about other successful people. We don't just need to look at very successful people, but these are a good example. You hear about those people. They've had to limit the circle. Yep, Cousin Joe, you can come to Thanksgiving, but after you finish eating, you got to leave quick. Leave quick. Because your energy pulls my energy down, and I have no time for it. So, William, that's how you make a difference, and that's how you change other people's view. Sometimes you don't have to worry about, William, changing other people's views. Their views may never change, but while they're looking through the periscope of minimalists, while they're looking through the periscope of impossibility, you've already moved on, and they're still here. That's how you do it, William, and all of us here. This season has been a slower season for me, but it's been delicious because I've learned so much. I've grown so much. I've got stronger. I got people around me, my son and others. We sharpen each other, and I'm pressing forward. So, William, you got me off track, man. You got me way off track in a good way. This is why I ask. Send your questions in. You got questions? I'm going to answer them all the way I can. Full throttle, no holding back. And some of the questions trigger me because sometimes you have to question somebody and they're going through something that you don't even know what they're going through. Let's move it, people. Ramon, all red-eyed. Ding, 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 ding. Let's go. Phil Gerbishak, see what you prompted, brother. Do cold emails work? Do cold emails work? If you're just joining, wonder why my eyes are red. Well, my eyes are red because William Chilton just asked me a question that caused me to burst out in tears. What can I say? What can I say? Can't even read now. Do cold emails work? This entrepreneur grew his company nearly 300% in 3 years by sending cold emails. Of course, cold emails work. But here's what I would say. Try everything and see what works for you or what doesn't work for you. Second of all, define cold email. Does cold email mean literally cold, they don't know you? Or does cold email mean if I send Deanna Jumpstart Better Business, jumpstartbb.com, or I still send the net an email. That's not cold. They know me. Maybe the topic is cold. You get what I mean? So define cold. So you got to read deep when you hear stuff. People saying, I sent cold email. Does that mean they spam people? I doubt this person spam people. So define it. When you see somebody else's success, be careful, because you don't know the full story. Some people look at me speaking, flying around the country. It's Ramon, I want to speak like you. I want to fly over like you. Well, guess what? If you want to get to what I'm doing, you got to read the whole story. You got to read the whole journey. And if you just joining, hear me snorting and red eyes, scroll back a few minutes. So do cold emails work? Yes, cold emails can work. Ding, 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 ding. My friend Barry Moltz, you can check him out, Barry Moltz, BarryMoltz, the 15 best business gifts under $25. What's up, Dr. Jeannie? Barry Moltz talks about some gifts. He has the earbud cleaning kit. The earbud cleaning kit for to clean earbuds of headphones. Barry Moltz talks about hang balance mini lamp, fall asleep here magnetic bookmark. So Barry Moltz, BarryMoltz, just posted a few things about a few gifts you can get for under $25. The holidays are here. Some of y'all buy gifts and stuff for people. For me, I would just love a letter or say, Ramon, I appreciate you. That's good enough for me. So Barry Moltz. So you're looking for a Christmas gift or Hanukkah gift or Irish gift, or I don't know how many holidays there are in December, but whatever the holiday you celebrate, you're looking for a gift, check out Barry Moltz. Ding, 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 ding. Point number 7, the surprising connection between after hours work and decreased productivity by Slack. This is a report we're going to have up on zoneofgenius.com. So subscribe to zoneofgenius.com for sure. Go to zoneofgenius.com and subscribe so you don't miss anything we're sending out. Subscribe to our RSS feed as well. But Slack had an interesting study. Employees who log off at the end of the workday register 20% higher productivity scores than those who feel obligated to work after hours. Making time for breaks during the workday improves employee productivity and well-being. And yet half of all desk workers say they rarely or never take breaks. Here's the thing, people. Listen to me very carefully. Just because you're busy doesn't mean you're productive. Just because you're doing a lot of stuff don't mean you're doing anything worth jack, diddly, or squat. Understand that today. Productivity is important, but we can do a lot of movement. And as Denzel Washington said, a lot of people do a lot of movement, but they ain't going nowhere. So keep that in mind. That was a study from Slack. You can check that out. That'll be on zoneofgenius.com in the coming days. Thank you so much, Jolie, for doing that. It's amazing. When you tear up, I've been crying. I can't even read things properly, but that's okay. I know what I'm saying. So let's move on here. Ding, 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 ding. Number 8. Jason Feifer, Feifer, editor at entrepreneur.com, how to get more done while reducing your stress. Really good article. He talks about how to get more done while reducing stress. AL Productions, I see that preaching. I'm doing my best. Thank you. These are the few things. And he gets this from Shonda Rhimes, this quote. Now I understand, says Shonda. You're never going to cut down the mountain to make it flat. It's always going to be a mountain. I try to focus on climbing this piece of the mountain and then think about climbing the rest of it later. That's the bottom line about how to get more done and be productive. There's always going to be so much to do. Minority Biz Review join. Woo! Can't wait to join y'all at the amazing Diversity Awards in January, I believe it is. I'll be there hosting that event. Thank you, MBR, for being a part of this today. But that's how you get more done. That's how you get more done. Do a piece at a time, know your goal, know what you have to do, and just keep moving on. And as you grow, get a team to help you scale. Ding, 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 ding. 12 tips to communicate more effectively at work. This is from the team at Asana. I use Asana for my task management. But the bottom line here is that communication is very, very important. Communication is essential. And if you're not able to communicate well, you can't grow. Communication is absolutely important. And I encourage you, what are you doing to communicate better? What are you doing to communicate better to your team? What are you doing to communicate better to yourself? I wish IG made it easier to follow people on IG Live. You have to build that in the next app. Hey, always moving up. William, yes, Danette's here. Essential chime in. That's right. Love it. So a few things that Asana says. The benefits of open workplace communication: boost employee engagement, encourage team buy-in, increase productivity. 7 tips for more effective communication in the workplace, even if you work solo and you have freelancers. Know where to communicate and what about. What's their preferred method? Build collaboration skills. Talk face to face when you can. Watch your body language and tone of voice. Prioritize two-way communication. Stick to facts, not stories. Make sure you're speaking to the right person. Address any underlying changes. 5 tips to build leadership. So the point being, people, if we want to communicate better, if we want to make a difference in how we're communicating, it's something we have to work at, William. Something we have to work at, Minority Business Review. Something we have to work at, ALC Productions. Something we have to work at. It's so important. Love it. Deanna's saying here, we just had our intern install our internal communication center. It gets harder to communicate as your team grows. Yes, it does, Deanna Cotton, for sure. It does. But it's definitely something we all can do and have to do better. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is these remote rundown with Ramon on zoneofgenius.com. We got 1 or 2 more things to do, and then we'll be closing out this show. All I ask is 30 minutes. 30 minutes to give you 10 tips to build your best life or grow your business. And I hope you're enjoying it. I hope it's useful. If it is, comment as you've already been doing. And more importantly, share out the show. Share out the show. Take screenshots. Let people know you're watching the Rundown with Ramon on zoneofgenius.com. Ding, 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 ding. Last point here. My friend Melinda Emerson, some of you know her, small biz lady, 12 Pinterest tips for boosting your brand. Melinda Emerson gives a few tips here. 1, creating a compelling profile. And that goes very well. Thank you so much, Jolie Nor Apparel. Love it. Would love to know more what you're doing, Jolie. DM me and let me know what's going on so I can know about this apparel thing. So crafting a compelling profile. Creating high-quality boards as you're looking at using Pinterest. Strategic pinning. Use video pins. Utilize rich pins. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. Thank you, Dr. Jeannie. Engage with your audience. Optimize for search. Pinterest analytics, promoted pins, leverage seasonal trends, showcase your brand story, and more. Again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray, and this has been the Rundown with Ramon on zoneofgenius.com. And I'm wondering, how many of you would like kind of the slides and things I'm doing after a show? Email me if you don't mind. You could DM me if you want. DM me any platform you're watching this or comment, but especially email me, ramon@ramonray.com. So much value we can provide and give, and I wasn't sure if that would be useful too. I know I'm sharing a lot of links and things like this. That's right, William. Pinterest can be good. I don't use Pinterest, but it's millions and zillions of people can be good. I want to remind you, as you're watching this today and listening to my voice, I encourage you to go to zoneofgenius.com. Go to zoneofgenius.com where we can dive in deeper on these kind of topics and help you grow your business, help you live your best life. We have our daily show. We have our email newsletter. We have our upcoming event. We have our podcast. We have several core things that we're delivering to you to add value to your business. And as a few of you know, I'm going to break news right now before I close this show out. We're building a curated marketplace of experts. And we're now at 97 expert slots for 3 more people. 3 more people. Email me if you have no clue what I'm talking about, but you're interested and you're an expert helping small businesses, especially a service provider. Let me know. Space for 3 more people. And once we get our listings reviewed, we'll be going to the races and launching this. Again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. I hope you join me live in New York City at the Zone of Genius Conference and Awards. Zone of Genius Conference and Awards live in New York City. zoneofgenius.com/awards, zoneofgenius.com/awards. It's been so great serving with you, seeing you here today. And again, as always, if you have questions or things like this, somebody already did one, I answered it. Put that in the Instagram chat area, Instagram question area, or the YouTube comments, or LinkedIn or Facebook. But this show is now about over. For those who are wondering, why was Ramon's eyes so red? It's not allergies. William asked me a question that just caused my heart to explode with happiness and maybe a tinge of frustration with myself as we go on. But this is the Rundown with Ramon at zoneofgenius.com. Definitely go to zoneofgenius.com and subscribe. Follow me. If I can help you serve you in the coming months in 2024, let me know. Deanna Cotton, thanks for being here. Jumpstart Better Business, I believe. JumpstartBB.com, JumpstartBB.com. Danette is here, the strategy lady, always moving up. William Chilton, my good friend, Jeannie Snyder. Check her out, JeannieSnyder.com, JeannieSnyder.com. She is one of the foremost people to help you, boom, get out of your mind. And so glad you're joining it again. Join me live weekdays, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will not have a live show Friday. I'll be away traveling. I'm not sure if we'll have one Thursday. I'll have just landed at 9:30. What's up, Lomejas? Glad you're here. But this is a beautiful, beautiful brand new day. And again, my name is Ramon Ray. Thank you, Deanna Cotton. Thank you, Tim Ray. Appreciate you, brother. Love you, son. And with that, we'll close down this show. Let me put my bumper music on. Hey, all right. That's the end of the show. Let's go. Have a good day. See you tomorrow, maybe.